Okay, boom. It is a new week. So it is Monday the 11th of January. So this week, nice and simple goals. I have got the first book club video that I want to get recorded and edited and up for this week's video on top of, well, I guess it would be last week's video, but yeah, on top of obviously this stuff. On top of that, we have got the Oathsworn munis all Zenithal primed. So we are going to get those painted up this week, I hope, or at least some of them, if not all of them. And then the other things for this week are we have the Orc Warboss. I want to finish this lovely beastie off as I made some nice little progress on him. And yeah, I think that is kind of it this week in regards to things that I definitely want to get painted. Otherwise, it's all just going to be kind of incidental things that I do. So probably 3D printing here or there. I want to learn a bit more about supports this week. Editing wise, want to learn more about After Effects and photography as well, but we'll see if I get around to those. But yeah, nice simple hobby goals for this week. Just get these Oathsworn minis painted, get the War Boss finished, possibly get the Blood Bowl player finished. That's at least a mini a day, if not more. So yeah, let's see how I do. Time for the fancy footage. And boom, it is Sunday. So you may have noticed the lack of footage for the cut between, and that was because unfortunately this week I got ill. Yeah, I started feeling on about Wednesday and didn't really recover until today, so very little hobby got done. I started work on the little animal D&D minis that I showed off at the start of the week, or maybe last week, I think at the start of the week. So I started working on Mr. Beaver rather. Going to be working some more on them next week. I think that's when I'm going to film the video. The only other notable hobby thing outside of doing a little more work on the War Boss was I got the starter set for a new game called Bot Wars. It's heavily inspired by the 80s, 80s, 90s Saturday morning TV shows. So here's one of the Atlanteans, for example. I mean, you'll definitely see more of it because I plan to work on them next week. At least hopefully if I find the time, and we'll see. But yeah, that's also obviously why there was no video this week as well, is I was too ill to record, sadly. But hey, sometimes happens. So that was it for this week. So I shall see you all next week. Have a good weekend, and I hope you all had a good week. So it is a new week, Monday the 18th of January. I recovered over the weekend from my illness, so I need to make up for last week. But I, didn't get any hobby done on. So goals for this week, I want to finish up the video. It is the recasting one. At the minute I've got it called The World of Recasting. But it's something I've had planned since before Christmas, and I was just putting off making it, and so now I've made it. So I'll be filming that and editing that, hopefully to get it out for very end of this week, if not very beginning of next week. Model painting wise, I want to make some more progress on the animal like fantasy models. I may have shown them off before. They're from Oathsworn minis. Want to paint those. I want to spend plenty of time on each one, like, maybe 2 painting sessions on per model, just because I want them to be a decent high standard. I've got some Bot Wars minis that I might try and get base coated, but it's primarily all going to be working on those D&D inspired-esque fantasy minis. I also get paid this week, so there'll probably be a fair few hobby purchases. But yeah, other than that, that should be it for this week. So I shall see you all on Sunday. So it is Sunday the 24th. Kind of productive week painting wise, not as productive as I had hoped. Most of the time, hobby wise, was spent actually editing the recasting video and filming the recasting video on top of filming a video that's going to come out right at the beginning of February. So I just need to edit that together, send it over to the person, then they can do their part, and then it will be out, which I'm really looking forward to, and probably means I'm going to have a fun challenge or two in February as well. Yeah, I mean, kind of productive week, kind of not. I'm very much more hopeful for next week in regards to painting, because the Oathsworn mini models that I believe I've shown off, I've definitely mentioned before. I believe I showed them off briefly. I might not have though, it might all be a surprise. Either way, I am finishing them up next week so I can get that video done and edited, and that can go out early February as well. So there's going to be at least 5 models painted next week, if not more, which is definitely going to help the model count, as I know I need to catch up. So yeah, that's that for this week. Hope you all have a good weekend, or had a good weekend, and I will see you next week.